me that you were abusive to her. Were you?
No.
They said that when she moved in with you, she cut off all contact with them and you monitored her phone.
She also monitored mine. We both had the same passwords on her phone. And her friends, she blocked her friends on my phone and she blocked them on her own phone.
Wow, that's a real rite of passage in the relationship, isn't it? Here's some of these new rules that Danny employs in his new relationship. I just moved in. There's going to be some new stipulations and rules. That way we all get along just fine. It's almost like robbing a train. Right? That's what you did to Malaya's life, you son of a bitch. You robbed a train. A good follow-up question from this reporter would have been, is that normal to you to monitor each other's phones? Bonnie, that's a good point.
So how would you describe your relationship?
Good.
Before the children went missing?
Yes. I don't really want to talk on that.
Thanks for giving us the answer. I mean, you don't want to incriminate yourself any further, I understand. Listen, you don't even want to talk about your fantastic relationship with the woman that you love. But you were so sure when you moved into her house. You were so sure when you moved into Patty's there, fun boy. Well, you're not sure now? Oh, I don't really want to speak. I don't really want to speak on the issues with our relationship. That tells you that the worst has happened. He just wants to completely dodge out of it all entirely. Oh, triggered. Dude's triggered. He's so triggered. Imagine what it was like talking about their state of the relationship if you were in a relationship with them like you were Malaya. Think about it if Danny was in the house and Malaya was talking to Cindy or anybody. Well, she wasn't allowed to talk to anybody. She was controlled to even talk to Cindy or Patty. It usually probably had to do with money. She had to trick Danny or go hide to talk to them. But imagine him overhearing if you even dared say anything about your relationship and Danny was near. Fucking trigger factor 10. This is like Danny Kim Sum Il. Too many issues in the relationship to talk about, right, Danny? Yeah, no, it's absolutely important. It's so important, Danny. Why wouldn't you talk about it in great detail? You're not going to be able to pull that with the detectives. They're going to want to know. You're just giving yourself away. I thought you said you're transparent. Everything on the table. It doesn't seem very transparent to me. He's so panicked that he'll probably be slightly relieved when they take him away. That's a good point, River Rat. He is a little tense. That's that cognitive load that you're recognizing. Whew, did it just get hot in here? Whew, I didn't think you were going to pull out that question. I don't even want to talk about Malaya. Oh, better not talk about how our relationship was in the months leading up to whatever happened to Jack and Lily. There's nothing worth remembering, though. I'm sure of that. Helicopter Grandma, what are you saying? What are bracelets on someone going to do at this point? Too late for that. 9 months that Jack and Lily are missing. Too little late, too little, too late. Good day, Helicopter Grandma. She's marching around YouTube. Mr. Hemi, I'm sure Danny made her do it.
Because I don't really want to talk on too much to do with Malaya. It's best that we don't.
Okay.
Why is that? Boy, get a little nervous? I think it's probably the nerves. DM open book is now closed due to upcoming charges. Come back later when he has new spin on reality. Haha. Anita, good one, but he didn't know about the charges during this interview. Do you think the blood had anything to do with the charges in that sense? Yeah, better get your DNA now before you decide to skip town, considering that you have a sex offense here. Probably a good idea. Whoop. Nothing criminal. Check that box. Oh, Danny. Danny. So desperate to be perceived as innocent in any of all of this. You didn't even have to come out and straighten anything out. The fact that you have to maintain your public image at this point tells everybody all they need to know.
And so you mentioned that there were some accusations about your past drug use. Mm-hmm. I've read some things about it being drug use that week, the week the children went missing. Is there any truth to that?
No, I didn't have any drugs. And Major Crimes knows that. Or they would have, charged me with possession of drugs or drug paraphernalia.
You see this dude's logic? You're wrong again, little bitch. Wrong again.
There was nothing at the house.
Consumed it all.
So, and they know that.
What is your history in terms of the drug use? What would you like to share, just to clear the air?
I did not have any drugs. People thought I was doing drugs during the search. Absolutely not.
Lie number one. Everybody was saying quite the contrary. You were doing it all of the time. Think about the week before that, how old Wade Paris described you at the family Easter when you avoided everybody and went and got high in the bush, and then you came out all kinds of different tones of green and yellow.
I don't owe any drug dealers money. I don't owe anyone drugs. I'm not a drug dealer. I don't manufacture drugs.
Anything else? Anything else that you're not? The fuck cares? This guy, eh? I think DM knew something was coming. Just maybe he didn't know exactly what, but the RCMP changed towards him, even if he doesn't admit it. Absolutely they did. Cool J says, dude, you were fucked out of your mind in that interview in the rain. You think people can't see? Let's pull that up right now. That was interview number 2, I believe. If you guys are ever looking for it, you go to CBC News Nova Scotia over on the playlists. They have a Jack and Lily playlist. Let's go over.
I believe that with hard work.
We'll go and take a look at that in a few minutes, but we want to see this. We want to go way down here.
Tide Oxymax Power Pods one-ups the...
Tide Oxymax. Okay. Product placement.
County Children is still ongoing. Robert Parker is the warden of the municipality of Pictou County. Sir, this situation has gripped so many in the province. What can you tell us about how your community is doing?
Wrong one.
When someone goes missing, search and rescue teams...
Is it this one? Where's Danny in the rain? Where are you in the rain?
Children in rural Pictou County is now into its 5th day, and there's still no sign of 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan. The siblings went missing last Friday morning when it...
Every day. Still searching every day. I'm waiting for information. I have to let them do a lot of their stuff with the aircrafts and everything else, and dogs and searchers. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be coordinated, and I can't just go running through the woods. I want to, but I just can't right now because the searchers are so far out.
He seems rather convinced that those kids are still in the woods. I like what's going on, shenanigans. What's maybe it's global.
6 days after 6...
See, here's an instant right here where he's talking in cursive. Right here. But there's better ones.
Find anything from Jack's pull-up to her backpack or any of her belongings at all. They just haven't found anything. Pull up to her backpack or any of her belongings at all. They just haven't found anything.
Janie are the ones, nobody else. Yeah, obviously they all can't be true. But the only thing that people are focused on is you. What you did to Jack and Lily in this situation. Thank you, Helicopter Grandma.
Any recourse at all. And over time, you know, it started to get to me because it's just constant, right? I tried to keep up on it all and tried to, you know, tell everyone the truth and correct everyone, but it was just too much. When those groups start to get so large and there's thousands and thousands of comments and thousands of questions every day, it's too much. And then you have YouTube creators, they just go on and, you know, they basically become delusional. They have their mob and they look to destroy, or they're completely obsessed with me in the case.
Oh yeah, we're so obsessed with you in the case, just like you're obsessed with Malaya. Yeah, why wouldn't we be obsessed with 2 missing children? You guys are just so obsessed with me in the case. You're a mob looking to destroy. You mobs just looking to destroy. I've given you the opportunity, the truth. Look at what you've done with the truth. You've twisted it and used it against me. Keeps me up at night. It bothers me. Please, stop.
Yeah, I mean, what have you learned about the true crime community?
That it's absolutely vicious and, I said this word a lot, but obsessive. And it's a lot of those creators in the true crime community, it's like basically, you know, talking to like a barnyard animal, I guess you could say.
It's like talking to a barnyard animal. Which one, I wonder? The alcoholic ostrich? God, it's just impossible to talk to you guys. Yeah, that a YouTuber isn't impossible to talk to. Quite the opposite. Danny just doesn't like how it's turned out for him in this circumstance. Oh, but hold on, I've got to thank all of my new friends like Kent Corbett, Durwood O'Grady, Darren Geddes. Yeah, thank you boys for coming to my aid. It means a lot. You guys have always believed in my innocence, and that's really what's mattered. Yeah.
They don't add any value other than just being there.
Do you...
They don't add any value to his fucking grift. Yeah, Daniel's not smart enough to play with the big boys. Nay, shenanigans says. That's what he fucking sounded like. Nay, fucking nervous laughter. Dude, you've got a sexual assault charge coming so large it's gonna slap your nuts for 15 years, boy. Oh, that's hot.
Do you feel at this point things are getting worse? Or has it eased up at any point?
The community it's becoming more aggressive with their conspiracies and theories due to my lack of engagement online.
Due to Daniel's, how delusional is this asshole? Due to his lack of engagement online, the only thing people do is focus on Daniel's statements that he's presented. Just trash them. Expose the deception indicators within everything that he says. Then he says because he doesn't participate in all of this any longer, they're somehow now holding it against him. You can see what he's doing. Dude, it's not just one lie. He is applying it to each and every question that he's asked. The dude is just straight up dodging. Oh, God damn, I'm just such a victim. I'm a victim of circumstance. This fucking guy, here we go with that effing form again. There is no box for that, says Helicopter Grandma. Oh, yeah, it's the box. Oh, damn, guys, listen. They checked the box. No criminal involvement. We should all know not to even bother with Daniel anymore. Like, God darn it. It's like that boxing move, you know, where you fake him out with your left hand and hit him with your right. Oh, shit. Good to see you, Chelsea. Acadian Girl says, how many fake accounts does he have? That's a good question. I'd be interested to know that one. It's like counting the number of jelly beans in a jar, for crying out loud. Dude can't stay off social media. He can't stay off it. He's so addicted to scrolling it because that's his problem in the first place. He's so fucked up and entrained, AV entrainment from his electronic devices, that he falls in love with anything that fucking, pretends to be a woman. Lucky the AI girls don't have a place to live. He'd be moving in. Oh, God, I just can't get away from all of these awesome videos, all focused on me. Your 15 minutes of fame, and you're getting it, Danny. You're going down in the textbooks for this case. God, you've got to believe me. Imagine all of the things that we don't know yet. The box thing is the worst thing he's ever said, says Trashy Pond. Way worse than the stapler thing. You know what? You're onto something. I know where you're going with that. That's a good point. Like, when he said he couldn't go out and hang those posters up because he couldn't find a stapler, he's just found it now and this is months down the line. It's just stupid shit. He never seems to shut up. It's never good enough. Like, you should just be confident enough of what you say and go on to the next question. But you notice there's statement, then it follows by a statement and follows by a statement. It's like he wants to talk, but at the same time, it's coming through him that there's all kinds of impedance in that line of communication. Cognitive load. He's short-circuiting is what it is. This is like somebody threw 7-Up on CP3 or C3PO. He's short-circuiting, bro. R2 Daniel.
I've received numerous death threats and major crimes, notified me on that, and they're working hard.
I think you misinterpreted what they said. They said they were gonna do that for everybody. They're actually giving you the death threat, you chomo.
Yeah, basically get them under control and find out who's doing them.
How are these death threats coming in?
Oh yeah, these are just so.
I get
big.
them daily on my phone. That's a normal thing. But Major Crimes was aware of them. I'm not sure if they came in for tips, call-ins, or some other way. But they didn't want to dive into that. They're pretty limited on what they can tell me about any of it. I mean, basically because
they just in the background fucking with them. That's all it is. Yeah, Danny, this weekend we want you to keep a low profile, bro. We'd just like to let you know that there's been some threats on your life. Now, you haven't pissed off any New York Yankees fans lately, have you?
they don't want me to get worried and everything like that, but pretty serious.
Oh, she's pretty serious. They just want to see how you behave in that sense. Respond. Metal may not remember you scumbags, but they will. Any hope been adopted safe in the care of new parents? Bonnie, nothing monumental will happen in court on March 2nd. No, it's just an arraignment. They're going to read out the charges and he can plead one way or the other. Numbnuts will enter a plea and the matter will be stood down for trial unless he pleads guilty off the hop. Oh, I recommend that he does. That's definitely on the table in this circumstance because he's so protective of information that way coming to the surface. Last thing he wants to be up there doing is on the stand, taking crossfire from lawyers in front of a large group of people, all on the record to be used against him to use against him in another trial coming up that hasn't occurred yet. I wonder what the next charge on the plate is going to be for this asshole. Oh, you want this chair, Bear? There you go.
Stuff, I guess.
How are you dealing with that?
I'm dealing pretty well
How
with
are you
it because, nothing really scares me in that aspect. It's been 8 months, and I don't really put much thought into where much, I don't recognize it as, having any impact on my life personally. But I imagine a lot of individuals are probably like scared for me, I guess, because
you've got so many fans now. All of your fans will be terrified that somebody's going to reach out and hurt you. Well, just terrified. Because every day is a new opportunity. Michelle.
because, they care about me. But for me personally, I just see it as like another rock that skips off the water. There still is, people.
Uh-oh, Mike Demand. There's another water reference. Just another one. All the Mike Demand fans will know what I'm talking about. Another water reference. Just another rock skipping off the water. Wolfie, he'll lie under oath too. That doesn't matter to him. I love Mike in that sense. Wolfie, he will still under the oath. DM can't tell the truth. Oh, it's going to be problems up there if he's got to take the stand. He's going to have problems. Wouldn't you just love to have the questions ready for Daniel when he takes the stand? Oh, fuck. That would be a great job. We're going to have some fun with this. We're going to have some fun. Set my camera phone up. I want to get some shots for my Instagram. Oh, that would be fantastic. I'd make that goddamn trial like a stand-up comedy show. And just tear his story apart. You imagine if you had the opportunity, like a lawyer, under oath on the stand, to drag up everything in which he's been protecting, all of the context leading up to all of his questions.
People with big hearts out there and open minds, but they're not on there posting. But I do have loyal supporters, and I appreciate every single one of them.
No, you don't.
So now that we're...
There, he's got to go and create another illusion again. This illusion that he's getting these death threats. Boy, you should be worried about the threats that are going to come by way after you find or get found guilty. You're not just going to be found guilty. There's already a rubber stamp for you that says, fucking guilty AF. This is just a goddamn show trial. And guess what? It's the woman that you mistreated to the point of harming her children. There's an overlap, a conflict here that needs to be discussed. But you're not going to discuss that, of course, with just anybody. They don't even need to talk to Danny anymore. He said, done. There's nothing that can change everything, and they've got everything on body cam. Man, oh man, do I ever want that job to sit in the RCMP office and go through all of the body cams and pick little things out, find situations. I'd be fantastic at that job. Oh, I'm up for a promotion, y'all. Damn.
We're coming up, getting to 9 months in this investigation. What's your sense? Where do you think the case stands?
I think the case, it's moving forward, but there is so much information to, really, examine and really go through before you can complete this part of information, then move to the next. And I mean, there's so many tips being called in, and then
So again, here we have a situation where you have a non-answer. It should have been very short and sweet. What the hell are you trying to say, Danny? Let's try to decipher it. Did he try to say there? So, where's my transcript? So he says, the question is,